everybody. Hello, Petunia. Yes, you were here first. Scooter, Ryan, Omega, and Cole. Hello, Cole. I don't think I've seen you in chat before, so I hope you're all having a good evening slash night, whatever time it is for you. I just had this really weird thing where it sounded like outside, um, well, I guess it sounded like, well, it was a big boom. We'll say a big boom happened outside, and then the wind picked up. But it wasn't like thunder. So I'm not sure what's going on, but I was like, oh, that's kind of weird. But then the wind picked up, so I was like, maybe. Yes, it just cause I didn't even do this on purpose. I just needed a comfy sweater. But you're right, it does match. But yes, I got snow from the hobby store, from Hobby Lobby. So we're gonna go ahead and try and put snow on our little BT42. I have the Onzio girls here from last time. Maybe a tree snap. It did kind of sound like that. Maybe it was that, Cole. Well, I didn't hear anything hit the house, so I suppose we're okay. Our neighbor has a dead tree that's like been slowly falling apart, and it's kind of on the property line. I asked my dad, I was like, that's not gonna like hit our house, right? So, but yeah, sorry, I got like a notification. I was like, what? Something needed to restart. Just wanted to make sure it wasn't the stream. Also, sorry I look a little, I don't know. I fell asleep getting my daughter to sleep. Typical. And she's doing much better, because yesterday I couldn't stream because she was not feeling well. She just was having coughing fits, and I wanted to lay with her. You know, I felt bad for the poor kiddo. But I also have my T34. These little suckers I keep snapping off, these little side suckers. I don't know if you can see them. These little things that I put on. They keep shotgun blast, maybe? I would think it did sound like it could be like a pretty, I don't know what you'd call that. I'm gonna call it a heavy rifle. Because my dad's shot stuff that's been like super loud. But the thing is, it's so, like, it's pitch dark outside right now. So unless someone was shooting at a bear, which I mean they could have been, that does happen. But I was like, that was kind of loud. And then the wind immediately picked up. I was like, I don't know what just happened. Maybe it was some sort of weird thunder or whatever. Yes, snow, you got some hairspray to glue it? Oh yeah, I do. Eventually I'm gonna have to get some new hairspray, but this thing has lasted me probably almost a decade now, because I don't use it very much. Mostly for cosplay stuff. But yes, I got some. Worked in the forest for a summer, and a tree snapped that scared scared like 200 plus people, so they can be pretty loud. It did, and we live in the woods. Like, we're on a mountain in the woods, so we're wooded farmlandish area. It definitely could have been a tree. You're totally right. I did a bunch of things yesterday. What sort of things did you do, Petunia? Oh my gosh, wait, the chat's not on the screen. Oh my gosh. That could have been what caused the noises. They were quite loud when they fell down. Yeah, that's a good guess. I'll let you guys know, like, tomorrow I'll make a community post and take a picture of the tree if it was one of ours. Is the BT 172nd and the T? Yes, the T 34 is 35th and the BT. That's why it's so tiny compared to its little friend there. Wow, you have really got some money out of that hairspray, right? Exactly, and it's really good hairspray too. Here, I'm gonna see if I can fix the chat real quick. Things that I should have made sure worked before I did. I don't know why it's having issues though, because I mean we were fine last time. I really don't like seeing that all of a sudden something's not working. Let's see. I wonder why. Well, you finally hear someone on time. Hello, oh my gosh. Hello, Nightshade. Sorry, my brain isn't working, and I'm trying to fix something, and also read and think. Oh my goodness. There's so many things going on at once. But I'm trying to fix the chat real quick. Since you're here on time now, you get to see me struggle to make things work. That's usually how it goes. Ooh, what's this? Hello, Perpetually Exhausted. I believe this is the first time I've seen you in chat. A tank model? Yes, so we're going to be painting tonight. We have the BT42, which we built on stream. Then I have my T34, which I built off of stream. Obviously different scales. And I want to paint this one the same as this one because we're going to be adding snow, which is very exciting. I did find out how to do decals. We're not going to do them on stream because when I do the Onzio girls specifically, because look at how, like, they're so tiny, I think I need to just do that on my own. To be really honest with you. Why can I not? I have to open this full tab because or else I can't figure out what I'm doing in regards to stream elements. So give me 1 second, see if I can get this working, and we will go ahead. Let's see. Oh my goodness, so many things, so many things. Which one do I think it is? Oh, here we go. The one that says chat for tanks. That's probably correct. Wait, what? I have 2 of them. That's not helpful. I could make it easier on myself. Why are we not? Okay, there you guys are. I don't know why it's not in the right place. Let's see if I can figure out what is going on here. Oh. Oh, that's not that. That's not that either. Huh. Interesting. Look at my go. Oh, also hi new viewer here. Hello perpetually. That is awesome that you are a new viewer. You hope that my youngest is feeling better. She is doing much better. She was having a coughing fit last night, and I wanted to make sure I could lay with her and everything. So I was like, I'll just stream the next night because I have off tomorrow. Because tomorrow is President's Day in the United States, so that makes sense. Be very light on the hairspray. Go in short sprays and keep distance from your model so you don't flood the model. I'm probably gonna like go around the desk that I have and do it on the other side because I also don't want any of the spray to hit my figures. If I do it over there, it's just gonna hit the door, so that'll probably be what I end up doing over there. You do 1/56 and 1/100th scale. 2 Girls and Panzer kits when you were in Japan. Which Girls and Panzer kits did you get? Because these 2 are both also Girls and Panzer kits. Very cool, very cool. Maybe some weather. Oh wait, we got snow. Some weathering. Yeah, we got legit little snow here. It was over near the train models and stuff. You got 2 kit from Japan. Oh, 1 Saunders Sherman and a German vehicle set, including Tiger 1. Nice. You haven't been bothered to finish them yet? That's okay. You've got time. That's the great thing about hobbies. It's, you know, it's just as you go, as you want to do it. And also Dream Tank Match. Oh, yes, it's your first time catching your streams. LOL. First found your channel while searching Girls and Panzer stuff on your feed. Oh, that's awesome. I'm so glad now that, like, I've basically decided to be a Girls and Panzer channel. I'm glad that people who also enjoy it are showing up and finding it. It's very exciting. Alright, I think it's browser. I apparently have to redo the chat because it's just not happening. Ignore that. Ignore that on the screen. We'll figure this out. I just like to have it on there because then, like, if anyone ever wants to capture the stream or whatever, they can, and they'll have the chat. It's very helpful. There you guys are. Look at that. See, it worked immediately once I did it. Alright, we'll just plop you right in here. That looks good to me. Good and legible. Cool. Knew we could get it pretty easy. Let's see. You need to finish your 1/48th scale Tiger. You really want to do an abandoned tank like it was found in the woods after like 80 plus years. That'd be awesome. Oh, what movie did you see, Petunia? I totally missed that. I mean, I can go back up and check. But let's see. Happy 50 years of SNL? Oh. Number 1, you ate Chick-fil-A for breakfast. Nice. Oh, and your biscuit was heart-shaped? That's really cute. Girl Scout cookies were selling cookies. You got one. What kind did you get? Got to see a movie with your relatives. Very nice. Very, very nice. Yes, what movie did you see, and what Girl Scout cookies did you choose? You'll also get an E100 tank model and do a World War II. What if a tank maybe build a diorama around it? That'd be cool. Alright, I'm trying to think of where we start. I think we're going to start with painting just this sucker black. Because number 1, that's easy and I can chat to you guys while I do it. But also because then we can get this one ready to paint like the other one. Also, these little suckers come off. At least that one does. These ones I might have glued in place. Yeah, I did. They kept coming off when I didn't want them to, so I just was like, I'm just gluing them. That guy still flips off, apparently. I noticed that the other day. But chat on screen also helps us know the delay in our response. Yeah, that's true. Though it appears on screen, I think, before I see it as well. I'm not totally sure about this. Also, these For anyone who is new here, these are already thinned. I thin them in a little container. So, I somewhat know what I'm doing. And this little sucker, I just want to do at least 2 coats of black on it, and then we can put the other things. Luckily, the painting of the tanks doesn't seem to take that long, and it dries pretty quick because the paints are thinned so much. Dogman and Tagalongs. Which ones are the Tagalongs? I like the peanut butter ones, and they've been selling them at work, but I've been very good. I haven't bought or eaten any of them because I'm trying to lose weight. I am down like 10 pounds since the beginning of the year, so I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to give up now, man. I got this. I can do this. Let's see. It was a Stug 4 and a Sherman. Nice. Very, very nice. 50 years. Wow, that is an institution. Let's see. I believe we also have a Panther, but you haven't started it. Actually, my husband for Valentine's Day got me a tank to build. I'll have to show you guys it in a second. He got me this. He said he went to like a game shop. Sorry, it's gonna be kind of hard. Let me just do this instead. So, I'm like, that's pretty cool. So we'll have to do that on stream, maybe next, just because he was like, I want to see you do it. I was like, yeah, and that was really kind of him to do that. So that was my Valentine's gift. That and roses, which I always love flowers because I like to dry them and then put the dead ones on my wall in the kitchen. So, your friend used that for your OCs. Koikatsu? What? I'm behind. Recently, even fiddling around with Koikatsu Party, an anime character creator and animation software. That sounds really cool, honestly. Interesting. I have not ever heard of it. Man, Maha was super late. I know. He was active on Discord too, because whenever I start up my computer, the Discord pops up. So it's like he's online. Maybe he's playing something. You're still new to doing stuff on there? Let me know how it goes, because I might be interested in learning. That's like, the Vroid and stuff happened because I'm too cheap to pay for a legit, like, VTubing model and stuff, so I was like, fine, this is a bunch of money, I'll just make my own. So that's just kind of how I roll. But, let's see, what did I do on the doors of my that's what you did to the doors on your nuclear gun tank. You have a lot of rust pigments, and you really want to work with the rust effects, and since your original paint didn't adhere to the surface, so you can paint it a darker red and use the pigments. That's cool. That's cool and sounds like a good idea. Very good. I probably should have a bigger brush for this, honestly. I don't know if I have a bigger brush back here. You warned me Koikatsu is 18 plus. Thank you for the warning. Thank you, especially if anyone else is interested in chat. That stuff doesn't totally bother me, but it's still good to be aware of it when you're gonna go do something. Friend use that for OCs. You have... Oh, have any of y'all seen the Girls in Panzer model for Squad 44? I have not. Let's see what else. And how's this working? This works, I guess. It's not very better or worse, it just kind of is. Turtle Team, yay. What T-3485 variant is that? I don't know. It was the Girls in Panzer, and it was this color, and I have the same kit, actually, in normal, I call it normal color, green color, because I got 2 of basically the same kit, so that way, when I get better at model kit building, I can look at where I've been and see how much I've grown. Because I'm not a genius or anything by any means when it comes to this. This is just very much calming for me, and we just kind of chill on this stream and talk about whatever. Just relax. But, let's see. Only certain topics and websites, the other side is mostly wholesome. Oh, gotcha. So people use it for for that stuff, but it doesn't necessarily need to be for that kind of 18 plus stuff. It's mostly prominent on those websites. Okay. Do you have lavender in your garden, since that is great for drying out? I do not have. I need a garden. We grew pumpkins, but we just did that in the front yard and we didn't exactly mean to. Just kind of happened. And yeah, don't have that. I also did tomatoes, I guess, technically. And I've almost done garlic, but like none of it in a garden, all just like in little pots around the property. Not like an actual garden. That would be awesome if I had that, though. I should do that. I was thinking, since that now I know like a bunch of teas and stuff, I should have a little tea garden. But then I looked it up and they're like, oh yeah, tea takes like years on end to get ready for it to be able to actually be like cut and then put in your tea to make tea. I was like, well, maybe not. Maybe I won't do that. New tank? No, Alvin, we're just painting. Well, this one is kind of new to stream. I think I've shown it before, but we didn't build it on stream. This is just one I never painted. So, since we're putting snow on the BT, I'll put him here so you all can look at him. But since I'm going to be putting snow on him, I wanted to put snow on this one too. Because then I'll have a snowy one and a not snowy one once I make the other one, which the other one eventually we will make on stream at some point. Where's the CV? CV is over in the cabinet. Did you not see it? Here. It still doesn't have any decals on it, but... Oh, my LED lights are coming out on the cabinet. That's not great. Here's the CV. We'll put him right over here. We'll just put those two next to each other. There's a CV. Little, shiny CV. I was giving that warning, by a friend of yours who introduced you to it. I mean, it's a good warning to have, just in case, like, you're not put off by it immediately. It's like, yes, that exists, but just be aware and you can do whatever you want with it. Makes sense to me. Most of your OCs are human versions of your train characters. That's cool. You make train characters, Ryan? I still haven't checked out your channel. I apologize. I said that last time. I was like, oh, I'm going to do that, and then I totally just haven't had time. I haven't been online much. Here, I'm going to turn you guys so you can see the figure cabinet more. Because or else you're just looking at those lights that keep blinking, and I don't know. It can get obnoxious, I'm sure. There we go. You can kind of see from here what I'm doing in there. I like that a bit more. I like that a little bit more. There are two variants of the T-34, the D5T cannon, which is shorter, and the original with long barrel. Well, this looks pretty long to me. As someone who is learning tanks still, this looks pretty long, in my opinion. So that's my guess. The one with the long barrel. I do my best. Oh, this is probably in front of my one light. Yeah, there we go. But nice. Also, lavender is great for cleaning properties, as it can flush out and replace bad smells and freshen linens. Very nice. Yeah, I have nothing against lavender. That's the one that also kind of makes you tired, right? Isn't it good to... It's a good one. I like lavender out of like all the little, I'm gonna say essential oil scents. I like lavender, but I really like lemongrass. But again, I think it's because I like lemon. Well, I like the smell of lemon at least, and I like it in water. I don't think I've had it in much else. Oh, do you guys know? And I might have said this on stream before, but no harm in sharing this more than once. Did you know buttermilk is just milk and lemon? There is no butter in it at all. The more you know if you did not know that. The more you possibly know. Let's see. Hello Ervin. Hope you're having a good day / night. Had only 2 days of school last week, but you only went in once. I had a school approved observation at another school on the only other day the school was not canceled. Was it canceled because of the weather? We're supposed to get snow. I feel like I say that every stream. Like, we're supposed to get snow. We barely got any snow this last time that we were supposed to get snow. But we're supposed to get snow, I think, tonight. And I think, tomorrow night as well. I don't know. I don't have any plans to go anywhere. You have not heard that, but you have not heard of buttermilk before? Oh, okay. So buttermilk is used in cooking, or baking rather. Maybe you guys don't use it in Australia. You can buy it in the grocery store, but I got a waffle maker to make creeper waffles with my daughters because I like to bake with them and they seem to enjoy it. So they just, they help me just dump the stuff in because again, they're pretty young. And we make creeper waffles now once a week, so that way they have waffles like if they want them any morning during the week. And it said I needed buttermilk. I was like, what the heck is like buttermilk? And my mom told me it was for baking, and I was like, oh, okay. And I looked it up. I was like, how do you make buttermilk? Because I was wondering if it was difficult, and it's not. You just put some lemon. It's 1 teaspoon lemon juice for 1 cup of milk, and you just let it sit for like 5 minutes, and then you use it. I was like, oh, okay. So buttermilk waffles. That's what we were making with buttermilk, but I guess it can be used in other recipes. Probably. I just don't know food very well, but yeah. You know that your mother loves lavender and you were fine with it? Yeah, it's not a bad scent at all. That's right. I'm also thinking of putting the abandoned tiger in a true winter setting, like in a forest somewhere in Russia or Poland. That sounds awesome. That'll look really cool, honestly. I've yet to like set up a diorama, but I at least want to make custom bases for some of my figures and like put some extra care into it. For the tanks, I'm not really sure what I want to do. I don't know what's gonna happen eventually. Fun fact, Hobby Lobby is headquartered in the city where you live. That's cool. I don't live far from where M&M is. I say I don't live far. I don't live close, but I don't live far. And if you're in that area, sometimes the whole like place smells like M&Ms. It's great. But I almost worked there. I was like, that looks cool. One of my coworkers actually used to work at Nestle, speaking of chocolate places. But anyways. Buttermilk has no butter. What other lies have I been told, right? When I saw it was buttermilk, I was like, well, I had to put like more butter into the waffles. And then I looked at it, it's lemon. So like, it's like pretty much half a lemon if you're squeezing it yourself, because I do that, versus buying lemon juice. Because I prefer it fresh, personally. But lavender tea can help you go to sleep. Very cool. See? I know a thing or two, even though I don't really know a thing or two. I just guess. I'm like, I think this is right. You guys can tell me if I'm totally off base and wrong, but I think that's right. Oh, man. Let's see. Oh, and also, I don't know where we're gonna play Panzer Models again. I was gonna do that tonight. I was gonna build tanks last night, and then play that this night, but then, again, life had other plans, and that's fine. But I don't know when we're gonna end up playing that again, so sorry for anyone who's, like, looking forward to that really bad. I'm like, I don't know. Oh, and don't mind how splashy this looks. It's supposed to on the first round. The first time you do a coat of black, it's supposed to look pretty horrific, and then it's a good thing, because it means you're not putting too much paint on it. And you can see how horrific my treads look, too. Now that I got it on the side. They're not very good. Yeah, actually, absolutely buried up in Canada with snow. Oh, really? And hello, Mr. Gibbs. Oh, wow. I always assumed you guys got a lot of snow because, you're north. But, are you having fun with the snow, Mr. Gibbs? You've got a lot of snow here in your state. That's 10 inches in some places. Wow. That's enough to shut some stuff down. We had a sinkhole open up in Jersey last week. I think it was last week. Ryan might be able to correct me. It was on Route 80. There was a sinkhole that opened up like last year or something, and then they were like, oh, we're gonna kind of fix it. Now it opened back up again. Don't worry, Route 80 is only a major highway, no big deal. I don't really use that road, but when I heard that, I was like, oh my god. Oh, we only use other things that are sold here, but you have never seen it, is probably the milk section, and there are tons of different types. No, I think, well, no, that would make sense that it'd be in the milk section, but yeah, okay, probably. I see, again, like, my mom told me they sell it. I'm like, in my head, I was like, oh no, I think it's not in the refrigerated section. Then I'm like, dum-dum, it would have to be in the refrigerated section if it's milk. My brain. I'm a little bit slow sometimes, that's okay. Just means I'm thinking thoughts out. Using my brain. Buttermilk has no butter. Oh yeah, okay, I already read that. Did I? Oh, what's going on? There we go. I don't know what's going on that all of a sudden I'm like super behind in here. BRB, school is making you do 40 question test. Oh, good luck, Petunia. You should build Tiger 1 instead of playing it. I should. Do I have one of those? I think it's that my dad gave me. Oh, you know, I have that giant Tiger one I could also paint. I'm trying to remember if one of the ones that my dad gave me is a Tiger one. My brain's kind of like not remembering things very well today. I think it's because I did a lot. I went to a friend's house, and I know that probably sounds like no big deal, but I think you guys don't understand how much of a hermit I am. I told my friend, I was like, I don't think I've been out, like, we even went and got lunch together. I was so excited. It meant like the world to me because I haven't gone out anywhere in probably half a decade without the kids, and I'm not even kidding. Like, other than maybe the doctors once, because I don't really go to the doctors, and I need to probably fix that. But like, I take the kids to the doctors, but for me, no. So I'm like actually haven't hung out with friends in at least half a decade, and like then to actually go out and like eat as well, I was like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm being spoiled. I also felt like I didn't know how to act civilized. It's like, I don't know how you act civilized, so I don't understand. No, I'm kidding. It wasn't that bad. I just was like very much like, oh my gosh, I'm going out somewhere. This is amazing. So it's pretty exciting. I also was like, I probably should try and make some more friends. So that's not as odd to me, but I just gotta find people who are gonna be kind and be like, oh yeah, okay, you're a little socially inept, that's alright. I'll help you. Like I'm a child. Hi Darth, hope you're doing well. Oh my goodness. Let me go back up for a second, make sure we got everyone. Let's see. Oh, hello Joseph, sorry I missed your comment. And no Pegs, oh my goodness, I'm missing everybody. Hope you guys are having a fantastic night or day or whatever time it is. You even had snow in Houston like a couple weeks ago? Really? Wow, and you guys aren't probably too well equipped for snow, I assume, down there. Morale requests chin scritches. Is that your cat? The snow has almost completely melted where you are? Yeah, because it's been raining. Never heard of the sinkhole like that occurring? Yeah, Ryan, look it up. Route 80. Sinkhole happened. But yeah, the snow's pretty much gone because it's been raining so much. Your personal favorite is the Abrams diorama because you use cotton balls to make smoke from the destroyed tanks. That's awesome. I like that idea. Snow is a lot of fun until you clean it, yeah, or drive in it. The snow we got was up to my waist some places. Oh my goodness. You're used to it? Yeah, that's what I figured. You guys in Canada are used to that kind of, that's insane. Up to your waist. I'm used to it. That's crazy. Do you mean the earthquake in 2011? We had earthquake in 2011. We had an earthquake in New Jersey and a lot closer than that. That was what, last year that happened? That was fun. Hello there. No one from the last year in April. Yeah. That's the one. Yeah, we got to experience. You were in an acting studio at the time in 12th grade. I was at work, and it was really funny because I knew exactly what was happening because I watched like Sheriff Labrador with my kids and whatnot, and they have earthquake safety on that show, and I was like, oh my god, it's an earthquake. And after it happened, everyone was like looking around, they're like looking outside. Some people thought a car had hit the building. To preface this for anyone who does like is pretty used to earthquakes. New Jersey does not get earthquakes. So even though apparently we're on a fault line, which I didn't realize that until after that happened. But anyways, so it happened, and I like immediately got up and left the building, and a lot of people were inside just like, what do we do? I was like, I'm not dying in this building. I'm sorry. If I'm dying in the parking lot. I'm not doing this. Goodbye. I know you're not supposed to go outside, like, you're supposed to go under things, but I was like, nah, man, I'm out of here. We're on the second floor. If this thing collapses, I'm dead. Goodbye. Cold fronts and heat waves have hit us in strange ways. Back to back in Houston, we went from snow to a couple days to having 90+ degree weather, and that's how everyone catches a cold, is when everything seems to flip back and forth. That's how I always get sick. Not this time, I've just been sick because we've been sick. And yes, Darth, thank you. I'm like pretty much, I would say I'm all better. Like, again, I wouldn't saw my friend today. I felt good enough to do that. I feel fine. But my daughter, she was sick, and then she got better, and then last night she just was having coughing fits and stuff, and she, you know, she's like a little over 2 years old. I just wanted to go ahead and lay with her and help her out, because poor thing. I also wasn't sure exactly how sick, but she's sleeping well tonight, because she fell asleep around 7:30, and I hung in there with her, and then I fell asleep. So it was all good. She's getting better, I think, again. But it was weird. It was like she was all better, and then all of a sudden it flared up again. But we have so much crap going around right now where I live, like, and where I work. People are just like perpetually sick. It's like they get over one thing and they catch another. So it wasn't really too surprising, I guess. Just not fun, and I feel bad. You know, when they're that little, they just are miserable, and you're like, aw, poor thing. But she's okay. That's why I was like, I should be okay to do it tonight. I just wanted to make sure, at least the first night when she didn't feel good, that I was readily available and laying right next to her in case she wanted to, you know, snuggle or need a mama. All that. Cold fronts and heat waves. Yep, I read that. 2011 was around the time you got power outage for several days. Surprising my electronics were still working. Was 2011 the really bad snowstorm, Ryan? Because that thing hit me for like... No, it must not have been. That must have been... I think that was 2019. No, I didn't live with my parents in 2019. What the heck? I'm trying to remember what was the horrible snowstorm that I was out. It was 19 days. That's where I got 19 from. T34, yes, Rune of Form. This is T34. We're just painting it black so I can paint it to match the BT that's over there. And the CV's chilling over there too. We're just got all the tanks chilling out tonight. 2011. 2012 was Hurricane Sandy, right, Ryan? No earthquakes on the Canadian Shield. Nice. Yeah, honestly, I thought it was really cool. I thought it was neat to have an earthquake. Nothing was, like, terribly damaged. I think there was, like, one house in North, maybe, that they ended up getting shut down, but that's just because one house, like, kind of hit into another house, and when you think about it, that means that the properties probably weren't that stable anyways, so it probably was a good thing, because it was probably dangerous regardless. At least that's my way of looking at it. Of course, it's easier to look at it that way when you're not someone who lost their home, but... You know, I try to look at the bright side of things. Life is cruel and it sucks. So let me go ahead and just focus on the positives of what happened. The only bad time you remember was 2011 was Hurricane Sandy. Oh, never mind, 2012. Oh, yeah. Hurricane Sandy was bad. We had a worse snowstorm where I live, but again, we live in different areas of New Jersey, and it takes a while. It used to take a while for us to get, like, help and stuff from, like, to get our power back and everything in general. Because we lived in the middle of nowhere, which is still not that bad. In New Jersey, the middle of nowhere is still not that far from civilization because we were such a small state. Chicken wire and cotton balls can make some great dust and smoke effects. It just really had to not burn your... hands from the really hard to not burn your hands from the hot glue, dude. That's why I barely have feeling in my hands. My hands are all scarred up and stuff from arts and crafts, but hot glue has damaged my nerves and stuff. It's bad. That, and I have what I presume to be frostbite issues on my one finger, but it's hard because I try to look up what it is every now and then and I can't figure it. I think I got it because I got frostbite in my finger, and then it's just like my finger. It's hard to see right now because of the painting, but right here on my finger, It's really rough and it's perpetually yellow. Like, I have no idea. It's like dead. Which is probably not good, but, and again, I don't have a lot of feeling in my fingers in general, but right there especially, if I, like, you know when you hold your finger and it, like, turns red and then you let go and it, like, turns white, all the blood, like, comes back, that just, like, stays white for a longer time. The circulation or something's wrong there, but I never lost the finger, so who cares? I never lost the finger, not a big deal. I also screwed up, and I have it on video. I never ended up posting this video because I never ended up finishing it, but I was working on a custom figure thing, and I sliced right here in my finger and ended up bleeding all over the place. I was being dumb, to preface this. I cut something the way I shouldn't have been cutting it with a knife, and knife slipped and went right into my finger, and it was so bad. My finger looks a lot better now, but it looked really bad, and I can't bend it all the way now. Like, that's as far as it bends, versus, like, my other finger where I can do that. Because, like, I hit something. I hit something that I shouldn't have hit. But I have a high pain tolerance, according to the nurses at the hospital. Not for that. That was for giving birth, but I didn't go to the hospital when I sliced my finger open. I got the bleeding calmed down. I wasn't gonna die or anything. It's fine. It's so funny too. The littlest things happen to my daughter. Like, oh gosh, should we take you to the doctors? And then something happens to me. I'm like, it's fine. I don't need to go. I don't like the doctors. Can you tell? You live in Chile. Earthquakes, shaking are just normal Mondays to me. That's cool though. I thought it was neat. I really liked having an earthquake. It was something exciting. But oh, let's see. I missed that about Ryan. Also, during the earthquake, you thought a construction vehicle was going by until you felt the floor shaking violently. Apparently, people could hear it because we were really close. And there was a huge bang, but I was blasting music in my headphones, so I didn't hear that at all. The receptionist was like, that's why I thought it was like she thought either the boiler exploded in the basement of the building or a car, like, hit because we're off of one of the highways. And I was like, oh. She's like, you know, because that big bang, and I was like, I missed that part. She's like, what do you mean you didn't hear it? I was like, I was listening to music. My bad. That's okay, though. It was so cool to feel it shake. I mean, if you were in a car driving at the time, you didn't even feel it, so at least I got to feel the earthquake. So you've had some good progress with the tank submission you were working on. Should have something to show you guys on Discord. Was running around as a T-34 tank commander today. Nice! Very cool, Ruben. We have backup generators here because we live in the middle of nowhere where the closest town is like 30 minutes away. See, exactly, in New Jersey, closest town is still 10 minutes. But it's like considered the middle of nowhere where it takes, again, forever for them to get power restored to my parents. Though to be fair, my grandfather was telling me that he thinks they divert the power, so even if they got power, they would divert it to more, populated areas, and I could see that being a thing. Alright, I'm gonna push these guys to the side. Oh, also, do I care? No, I don't care if this gets on my desk. That's okay. As long as it doesn't get on the mouse pad. I also did prep these suckers with the... What's it called? What is that called? The spray. Mr. Clear or whatever. Mr. Super Clear or something. So... we do have these guys too. I think though, now that I took them out, I'm having second thoughts. I think we should probably do the Anzio girls first so I don't get the pieces mixed up because that would be bad. But we could start painting them. Let the T-34 dry. It's got one coat on it. I think we're just gonna go for it. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll do one more coat. Did you? That's what I get for using cheap stuff. Let's see. Also, my parents' generator only did one wall of outlets, and it was funny because it was like the living room wall, and my room was the opposite of the living room wall, so my room would also get power partially. And then it did water, but it didn't do the water heater, just the water. So, Japan keeps starting a new year with something bad. Last year was another earthquake, and this year something happened you forgot. Oh, what was it? I forget too. But yes, you're right. Something else did happen that was not so great. Your favorite is whenever the ground is frozen here and a semi truck passes by in the house and it shakes the house. Oh, jeez. We've had trucks shake the house because there's a lot of warehouses over by us, sadly. But you have a chef friend who lost sensation because of handling hot plates and stuff all the time. Also, I can't imagine New Jersey's building codes take earthquakes into account despite being a fault. Yeah, I agree. I don't think they probably do take that into account at all. Um, but apparently there was very minimal damage, and that wasn't a tiny earthquake from what I recall. I don't remember what it was. Maybe Ryan can remember. But yeah, it was not great, I guess, technically, but again, I was very excited about it. So we'll start painting the next coat on these guys, and then we will head back over to the T-34. And then we're gonna just be jumping around. That's why we got a bunch of stuff over here. For sure. I guess we could start putting the snow on the T-34 as well. But, no. It's BT-42. That's what I meant to say. But, yeah, my grandma used to, my great-grandmother, she used to just handle, she would go right into the oven and just grab stuff with her bare hands. So that's the other thing. I'm like, maybe it's from what I've been doing, or maybe it's genetic, because I also don't have a lot of, like, my legs are always cold and stuff, because I don't have, like, any circulation in my legs. It's horrible. I have to, like, be careful. If I get, like, cut and whatnot, or, like, bruised, it takes forever to heal. Like, I'm talking, like, it's the slowest process in the world. I had glass in my foot, and it took at least a good month or so for it to actually heal after we got the glass out finally. That was painful. That one was painful. Usually when something happens on my legs, it's not a big deal, but the glass was not so fun. You know, I feel like I do this every time where I'm like not doing this under the, not that you can necessarily totally see, because sadly this setup just isn't the greatest, I suppose, but your other favorite thing is whenever you have a hunter snowmobile himself onto our property and acts like he did nothing wrong. Oh, that's annoying. That's very annoying, actually. My parents, my dad posted like no trespassing signs and stuff just because he was like, if someone goes on the back of our property and freaking kills, like gets themselves really hurt, because they were riding ATVs or something in his backyard. And he was like worried that if someone got hurt, they were gonna be like sue us. I don't think he has that problem anymore because I think they grew up, whoever they were. He was thinking they were high schoolers. And my brother said that regardless, they still could have sued us because welcome to the state of New Jersey, where self-defense, if you shoot someone for breaking into your home, apparently you could still get in trouble. I was like, that's stupid. And also that will stop no one. If someone's breaking into their home, you're still gonna get shot, so I don't know why they even have that sort of law, but whatever. Seems a little counterintuitive, but alright. Wait, why is this one also green? That's definitely Pepperoni's hair. I don't know why that's also green. I must have painted that one green by accident. Oops. Oops, oops. There's a video I saw of someone just frying food with their hands. It was wild. Must have nerve damage, surely. Can't imagine you having burning oil resistance. Yeah, exactly. They're either used to it or they just have no other feeling in their hands. You should wear knee or thigh-high socks and twist in a anti-clockwise. They should help with your legs. That is what the British Army used to do on campaign. Wait, what? And twirl in anti-clockwise in a counterclockwise fashion. Wear knee or thigh-high socks. Wait, how would that help with my legs? I'm so confused. My worst injury was when you were riding your horse and you got spooked by the dog and you were thrown off and landed on a wooden fence. Oh, I am so sorry, Scooter. That sounds horrible. I knew a girl who came into high school one day and she like was stiff as a board trying to walk because she got thrown off a horse, but she didn't break a fence. Ow. I am so sorry that that happened to you. Sounds awful. I think my worst injury was definitely the concussion that I got last year. When I was a kid, I had a really bad bike accident where my chin bled for 2 days, and that's where I think I get my whole, oh, not going to the doctors, because my parents never took me to the doctors for that. They just kept patching me up. And my chin was fine eventually. At the time, it was funny because my chin, after the fact, was kind of like tilted wrong. And I remember asking my health teacher at the time, and she was like, which, by the way, she was an amazing health teacher, loved her. She said that she thought the skin had shifted, and that since I was young, probably with time it would go back, and it did, sure enough. So now my chin isn't crooked anymore, which is nice. But yeah, the concussion, I feel so bad about it. Well, I feel bad for my daughter. I don't think I've ever actually told the story on here what happened, but basically my daughter was fooling around with one of those little exercise trampolines, and she held it up, and I was on the floor, you know, because I'm chilling out playing with the kiddos and whatnot. And she did that, and the moment she put it up like that, I was like, and if you know what I'm talking about, they're like metal around. It's like a little trampoline, like it's still metal. She lifted it onto its side, like still having it on the floor. Because again, she's 4 years old, and I was like, please put that down. Someone's gonna get hurt. And immediately, you know, after I said it, as life be, her finger slipped and the metal part of the trampoline smashed me in the face, and that's where blood went everywhere, and that's how I got my concussion and fractured face bone. So there you go. There's the whole story. I don't think I've ever actually told it. I've mentioned the concussion multiple times because I do think that, first of all, it definitely still to this day impacts my memory. And specifically, if, like, a lot of events are just lost, and then people tell me things, and I'm like, oh. I don't have an issue forming new memories, it doesn't seem. It's just, like, recalling old stuff is, like, really hard now sometimes. If I'm talking a lot, like, talking to you guys, I seem to be able to recall, but if someone's like, hey, do you remember this one time? I'm like, no. So. But I think one of the cats just tried to come up. I don't know. Something loud just happened out there. But also with a kid. If it was a kid, I'd have to go. But I'm hoping it wasn't a child. I'm hoping they're just asleep. I think it might have been the kitten, though, trying to run downstairs. Sorry to hear that. Hopefully it will come back eventually. I figure it'll come back eventually. There are little tricks and stuff I can do to kind of fix it, or at least help my brain get better. Luckily, I didn't have any physical, other than, again, like, you guys can see it in some videos. A lot of times I try to hide it. I have a scar right here, and my bone, again, is fractured. It's not gonna heal flat, but it doesn't look bad. Like, if I put on makeup, you can't even tell it's there, so it definitely could have been worse. But, I mean, it is what it is. Again, I feel bad for my daughter. Like, I try not to bring it up. My other daughter's like, how did you get her? And she keeps saying, you have boo-boo, because, again, she's, like, 2. And I'm like, it's okay. It's not, doesn't hurt now. I mean, it kind of still does, which is weird if you poke it, but I just don't poke it. Pretty easy solution. Let's see. You should It helps the compression of the legs. It is good for spasming legs. Oh, okay. The thigh hive thingies. I will have to try that. You didn't know concussions could be so crazy. I didn't know I had a concussion. That's the craziest part. And, like, now I look at it and I was like, holy crap. Like, I could not, like, mentally. One of the biggest things that was difficult at the time, other than the recalling memory, which that I didn't so much realize, it was I couldn't multitask on anything at all. Which was so bad because I am such a multitasker. Like, I could not listen to music and do something. It was insane. And that's all I do all day at work is I, like, do my work and listen to music, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't look at screens and stuff either, so I couldn't work for a little while there. But yeah, I didn't know I was concussed, and then, like, looking back at it, I was like, holy crap, there's no way I wasn't. Like, again, I went to 2 doctors to get it checked out, and the one doctor said I should probably go get an x-ray, and then the other one said you could, but at the time I didn't have medical insurance. The whole thing. But so I was like, I'm not gonna go do that, but thanks anyways. Your other horse related injury was you were practicing for the fair and your dog got spooked by a mat. she pushed you over and you landed on your wrist and sprained it. Oh, sprains are the worst too. Oh my gosh, I've heard that sprains are worse than broken bones, and I have had a sprained ankle because I fell down the stairs when I was pregnant. Funny enough, baby was fine, obviously, but I did miss the last step and fall at our old apartment, and that was no fun at all, to say the least. And it was worse, I guess, because I was pregnant, and you're supposed to make sure. I had to basically still walk on it. Was what it was. When you get a sprained ankle, you're supposed to oh, keep it up, don't move it. But when you're pregnant, you have an increased risk of blood clots. So I had to move. It sucked, but again, that's how life is sometimes. It's all good. Yeah. Let's see. But yeah, concussions are the worst. It's again though, it is what it is. It happened, it happened, and it's okay. I'm alive. It could be worse. My old boss, who I love, my old boss. She used to always say, especially if I made a mistake or something, she was like, "Whoops!" Anytime you start to freak out and be like, "Oh my god, I can't believe this happened," or "Oh my god, I can't believe that I did that." Her whole thing was always, "Did anyone die?" And it really helps you put things into perspective when you ask yourself for every single question, "Did anyone die?" It's because generally the answer is no, and then it's well, then it wasn't a big deal. Nobody died? It's not a big deal. It's fine. You're still alive. You're still kicking. It's yeah, helps you put things into perspective for sure. I feel like I'm still putting this over too close to me, aren't I? Sorry about that, guys. I swear horses get spooked by the dumbest things. The vet had been there since I don't know how to pronounce that word. I'm sorry. And she's been on the mat, but she didn't get spooked. You arrived and had no idea there was a stream today. Hello, Holy Night. I know I didn't post. I'm sorry. We were talking about this before. I went to a friend's house. I went out into civilization. It was amazing. Without children. Because I do go out into civilization fairly often because I do the grocery shopping and stuff, but I actually got to go see a friend, and I'm scheduling, oh my gosh, there's another night or another day where I'm going to be going and hanging out with a different friend, and we're going to go to round 1. I am so excited because again, I wasn't going and seeing anybody for a few years there, so I'm super excited to go to I've wanted to go to round 1 as well. I don't know if any of you have been there. It's an arcade. And they have Weeby stuff. I'm very excited. Not that they'll have anything Girls and Panzer, but they have claw machines and stuff, and I would be 100% want to play them for my daughters because they like all the Sanrio, they like Pokemon and stuff. Which, by the way, speaking of Pokemon, any of you Pokemon collectors out there? Because I'm really sorry if you are, because I've keep watching videos about what's going on with all the Pokemon cards and stuff, and it looks pretty rough right now. So my condolences, I guess, to anyone who's a Pokemon collector at the moment. You didn't know they could be that bad. You remember a kid in the level of primary, he had 3 concussions from football and his family had to ban it for his safety. Yeah, I didn't know they could be that bad either. I thought you just forgot things in the moment or whatever, but they have long lasting effects. It's a pain in the butt. Uh-oh. I have an alarm set for 10 for no apparent reason. I apologize about that. By the way, tonight I'm drinking Darjeeling. Cold. So, yes. But, yeah, sorry, Holy Night. I was doing things. Didn't post that I was going to be streaming. But I'm glad you're here. I hope you're having a good day / night. And, yeah. Tonight right now we're painting up these girlies, which is pretty good. They're coming along pretty well. And then we're going to put another coat on the T-34. While that's drying, I'll spray the BT-42 down, and then we will add some snow to BT-42, and then I will paint the next colors of this, make it look all snow. We're just doing a bunch of stuff tonight, and hopefully we'll get to the Jakotska girls, or however you pronounce their name. I need to see the picture of these little suckers. Alright, so I think I can do this. I think I can do it. I don't know. We'll see. But, yeah. Did your old boss used to be part of the armed forces? It seems like something they would say. No, she was not. She was just a really cool lady. And we still work with her. She's just not my boss anymore. She's great. She's like, she just, I don't know how to describe her. She's just a fantastic woman. And it really helped because it was my first job. And she was, like, just really helpful in that aspect of, like, making me feel more calm with everything. Because, you know, when your first job and then you screw up and you're just like, you know, that's very nerve-wracking. Especially I was a high schooler at the time. And she just feel like, did anyone die? She's so chill. And she still is really chill to this day. Like, I kind of miss her being my boss, I'm not gonna lie. But that had to change. For reasons. So, I'm trying to do this as good as I can. I don't think that's that bad. I can live with that. But, yeah. The way he got out was by somehow sliding his fat buddy under the wooden fence. And then there was a pony who are scared by nothing, but got himself, I know from experience, because your pony was trying to escape from his pen and was successful a couple times. He just squeezed under the fence like a cat. That's hilarious, actually. My sister-in-law loves horses, and she has told me that horses are just big dogs. Like, they're just big, doofy dogs. And I'm like, okay, if you say so. My mom was always afraid of horses. No, sorry, my mom didn't like horses. I kind of have a fear of them. I like them from far away, but they're kind of huge. So they're a little scary. I'm not opposed to being around them, though, and my one daughter really wants to ride horses. So I'm like, alright, well, we can see about that. But that's really cool that you have horses. Did your old boss, the way he got out was fun, anyways, BRB, if the stream ends and I'm not back, have a good night. Have a good night, Ryan. We'll be on till at least 11, so we got another hour to go. And then, yeah, I guess if we don't finish all this tonight, which I'm hoping to at least, we'll get the snow on for sure. It's the girls that I'm like, I don't know if we'll be able to finish the other girls, which is fine. We can always finish them next stream, and then also start another tank next stream. Because I kind of do want to start another tank soon enough, and we'll probably do the one that my husband got me, the Hetzer. So, that'll probably be the one. I don't know what kind of kit that is, but I don't really care, because it's still gonna be all good. Hello, Petunia. Welcome back. How did the test go? Was it very difficult? Or do you think you did well? Horses are amazing. You've been fortunate enough to see them jousting. That's awesome. And I feel like I saw you post that somewhere. It might have been in the Discord or a different chat. That is fantastic that you've seen them jousting. I saw a video about jousting not too long ago, and I was like, oh my god, this is a real thing. Like, I didn't realize there's so many rules and whatnot. I was telling my mom about it. I was like, it's freaking awesome. I think it was because my one friend went to medieval times. She was telling me about it, and I was like, oh, that's cool. Some sort of medieval time thingy. Like, that's awesome. That's another thing, like, I would like to go there one day with friends. Now that I'm like, I don't want to, I guess kind of rekindling friendships, at least in the sense of actually seeing people in person. But, yeah. You had to reinforce his pen like 3 times because he kept getting out, and it made no sense because it was not a small pony. He was determined, that's what that was. This stubborn little pony. It's like, I'm out of here. You can't hold me. I guess that's good enough. I like doing their belts. That's why it's like so tiny. It's probably really hard for you guys to see. But I'm doing the belts. Alright. Now, Chovy. Chovy. And speaking of horses, everyone must watch Uma Musume. Yes, the horse girl anime. It looks adorable. I really like a lot of their designs. Oh, that's right. Anchovies is wrong on here and shows the wrong anchovy. I still can't get over that. I still don't understand why. Why? But that's fine. But yes, the Horse Girl anime looks adorable. Absolutely adorable. And if I have time, I'll watch it. Is it kid friendly? Because I could watch that with my kids probably. I don't know though. The new season of Miraculous Ladybug is happening, and we were watching that today, and I was like, ooh. Well, at least tonight before we did our normal to go to sleep, comfy couch and all. We were watching a little bit of it, and so far I'm thinking it's pretty good. But you guys probably don't care too much about Miraculous Ladybug, so I'm gonna stop. But yeah, let's see. I think you did well. You think you did well? Good, Petunia. What if your hubby randomly walked into the room you're in? I would say, hi, I'm streaming. So he'd be aware that I was streaming, and he would probably already know, because I think he gets the notification too. I would say hi. And then let him know I'm streaming, and then he'd probably be like, okay. And then he'd go back downstairs and play with his friends. That's what he usually does while I'm streaming, or really any night. He just kind of, he plays with his friends on various games. Right now he's been playing Neo, which I don't think he can play online, but I don't really know much about that game. So, he was playing, what was he playing with his friends recently? They were playing, I'm blanking completely. He likes to play Dark Souls and stuff, which I think they play together doing that. Pretty sure they find each other somehow. And that other game that's Ghost of Tsushima? Is that multiplayer? I don't know. They're games that I do not play. In fact, I don't really play video games much anymore anyways. But again, talking about my friend, we're gonna play Stardew Valley. So I've never played that, but you know, it looks fun enough. So I'm gonna start playing that with her, which will be cool. Also, I'm glad you got better, and yesterday I was confused that there was no stream. Yeah, sorry about that. That's why I put it on the community tab. I was literally, like, laying with her trying to type as I was, like, laying there and kind of falling asleep. So I was like, I hope this is coherent enough that people understand the stream isn't happening. So, sorry about that. But I wanted to just move it to tonight because I didn't want to, like, be like, oh, sorry, no stream, wait till next week. I'm like, that's kind of mean. But, oh, also, if you see the pinboard and you're like, what happened? I'm moving a bunch of stuff. I'm moving all of the keychains and stuff over onto the manga shelf. Because I think it looks like really cool to put all the thumbtacks. I want like a huge thing of thumbtacks. So, hello Bluebells, hope you're doing well. Hello everyone, shout out to the Train Chat and Discord server. We fun. Glad you're having fun over there, that's awesome. But you're glad you had fun with your friend. Yes, thank you, Holy Knight. Yeah, no, and I was fine yesterday. It was just that my daughter didn't feel well, so that's why I was like, my friend texted me. She's like, do you want to come over? And I was like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. Again, I haven't hung out with anyone in years, so it was really cool. It was fun. I posted one of the horses in a stable there. They are so muscular. I have only seen draft horses and race horses before that. The jousting horses are far more visibly muscular than the other types. Interesting. I used to babysit a girl who rode horses and stuff, and then my one coworker owns various horses. Not my pony is just fat and wanted to the grass because he's on a diet. He's like, I can physically see the better food right there. Right there, I'm gonna get it. He was determined. I love that. Stardew is a super chill game. Oh yeah? What is your favorite video game of all time? My favorite video game? I struggle with this question because I'm like, is it my favorite one to play, or is it the one I've played the most? Because I kind of look at it like, well, it's the same thing when I was talking about my favorite anime. Like, my favorite anime is Lane, but if I'm going to pick something to watch, it's probably not going to be Lane. It's probably going to be Girls and Panzer, because if I'm picking something to watch, it's going to be something that's, like, happy and whatnot. So, like, if we're talking about the game that I probably played the most, it's probably the original Spyro trilogy. But if we're talking about, like, game I actually just enjoy the most, probably... It might be Sly Cooper 1, honestly. I'm a huge fan of the original BioShock and the Portal games as well, but I haven't played any of those as much as the Spyro trilogy. Though Sly Cooper probably comes in pretty close to that. Hello, Iris and Loco, right? Is it an L or is it an I? I get that mixed up. But I hope you guys are having a good night / day, whatever time it is where you are. The only thing you tried to get into before you kind of had to get out of horse stuff was cowboy action sports. Oh, so I was trying to shoot guns off of horseback? That's cool. That sounds incredibly difficult too, but very neat. I don't think I could shoot a gun while doing anything other than standing still. Personally. Hello, what's going on? Not much, Loco. Hope you're having a good one. How am I feeling today? I'm feeling good, and the kiddos seem to be sleeping well, so she, the youngest seems to be much better today. She did have one coughing fit while going to sleep, but it was a different kind of cough. Like, last night it was very gross. Like, you know, when you're sick and you have that really, like, disgusting cough where you're hacking things up and whatnot. It was like that last night, and that's really another reason I wanted to stay down with her. But tonight she just had, like, a little dry cough and whatnot, and she got to sleep. So I was like, I think she's good for the night. She should be good. And, yeah, I figured I'd make up that stream tonight. And all that stuff. But... yeah, so what's your favorite video game of all times, Mr. Gibbs? And anyone else who wants to answer, I am curious. Though I feel like I may have asked this before, but I don't care. We will repeat questions. I don't expect you all to have taken notes on me. Oh, that would be a little strange. You just realized that you were wearing the Finnish... Yes, I am. Don't ask for specific names because... you know them by the countries unless it is a name that you can easily remember. I call it Jakotska, which is not how you pronounce it, so don't worry about that, Ervin. I will forever call it Jakotska, which is not how it's spelled or anything. I don't know why that's how I say it, but that's just... when I looked at it, that's the way my brain decided it should be pronounced. Good to hear that the little one's doing okay. Yeah, she's doing good. It wasn't bad, like, we would have to take her to the doctors. It was just one of those where I was, like, laying there with her, and I was like, no, I need to just keep laying here with her. I feel bad if I were to come up here and just build tanks and whatnot. Especially because in that sort of scenario, too, there's always the possibility of them just waking back up and everything. I was like, so I felt like there was no point, and also I didn't want to feel bad about, like, leaving her down there. So I just wanted to lay with her while she didn't feel well. It's a poor thing, you know. Your favorite video game has to be SnowRunner. But there's a lot of other games. You love SnowRunner. I don't know SnowRunner. Huh. Is it a snowmobile game? There's a really good snowmobile game for the PlayStation 1. I know because I have one of the demo discs. The Pizza Hut demo discs had it on it. So, the good old days of demo discs. I actually started buying a bunch of demo discs online at one point because they're sold so cheap on eBay, or at least they used to be. I don't know now, but it probably depends on what games are on them. I would have to guess. There was one that I got and I was playing and I was like, oh my gosh, they made a video game for this show, and I have no idea what it was, but I was very surprised that I'd never heard of it before, which is not very helpful. I just figured I would try to again jog my memory by talking, and I can't. Your personal favorite game of all time is Battlefield 1. You love that game, and it helped with you turning into a history nut because you did a lot of research on the guns and now own them. That's really cool. You'll put it in the Discord, but you've written it on before in detail about your favorite game. I thought so. I thought we've talked about this before, Omega. Of all time, I would have to say Team Fortress 2. Their Meet the Team videos were really good. Yeah, I remember the Meet the Team videos. I played that game once. But, I do remember the videos. And a lot of, like, the old, Gmod stuff. Like, the old videos and whatnot. I was a Left 4 Dead fan. If you're talking about what game I'm best at, Left 4 Dead 100%. I am that is the game that I played the most, outside of Spyro. And like, I'm really good at it. So for October, we'll probably jump to doing that for streaming, for gaming, because I love Left 4 Dead. It's so great. Oh, I have more black to do on Joey's little things over here. Yeah. I think color-wise, these are pretty good, though. So once these dry, I do need to add a little bit of brown to the... I don't know what that's called. The part that you hold within a knife. It starts with an H if you're talking about a sword, but I don't know if it's actually considered the same thing, and I can't remember what it's called anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But, yeah. Oh, and we didn't do Carpaccio's hair or Pepperoni's hair yet. That's, okay. We could start with putting together Anchovy, let her dry. We're just gonna jump back and forth, because, that's what I feel like doing tonight. But it looks like everybody's boots are painted. Yep, and I can always do touch-ups once they're together, but this way, they're at least pretty ready. Let's go ahead and do Pepperoni's hair here. Just paint that black for now, since I apparently painted it green before. Oops, that's fine though. Let's see. Oh, I'll tell you next to this. Time for you to sleep. Good luck with the model. Thank you, Darth. Have a good night. We'll see you next time. Anyways, a Valve game is fantastic, to be honest. They made Portal. Yes, they did make Portal. And yes, their games are good. I haven't played Half-Life at all. Personally, I don't know if anyone just said that. I just figured, you mentioned Valve, so. More specific, it's the... I'm gonna call that the Smile, because it basically says Smile MK3. You use a lot on Battlefield 1. You saw a video when you were 17. You saw one out for sale when you were 17. Nice, for $500. Awesome. SnowRunner is a game where you do several contact and tasks delivering cargo while driving in semi-trucks through the mud and snow. That sounds fun. Left 4 Dead stream, yes, absolutely. Left 4 Dead stream in October specifically. But if you guys want me to play more than October, we could do that. Again, I just have to figure it all out, what I'm doing when and all that. And I'm gonna have to unbox these still, but once it gets closer to summertime, we're gonna be painting on Sundays a Anchovy, Carpaccio, and Pepperoni swimsuit figures, because I figure for the summertime that'll be fun to do. And for October, I am going to hopefully at that point have... Well, no, I already have another Anchovy of the Cocos, and I painted a Darjeeling to be Halloween themed, so that's what we'll be doing on Sundays, because eventually Sundays will become streams of painting and changing up figures. I actually am going to cut the head off the one Marie figure I got that I unboxed. I'm going to cut the head off and put it on another prize figure and see how I like it, because I think that'll look good. Because I don't really like the original figure that her head's on, but her head and her hair are fine. It's just it just doesn't look great. It was very cheap, so I'm not too worried about it. But that might be happening in the future. I might be getting some cheaper Girls and Panzer figures and then cutting their heads off and attaching their bodies to other things. Carpaccio's hair is blonde, correct? The answer is yes, and I already know that, but we're not gonna thin this paint, because I'm living dangerously, aka being dumb. True French experience for her. You're right! I didn't even think of that, Omega. Good, yes. Pointing that out. Absolutely. We're authentic here on the channel. Because I totally, historically accurate and everything. That's why this, you know what? Ignore the fact that I put this piece on wrong. We know what we're doing here. Let's see. Half-Life 1 and 2 are arguably some of the best first-person shooters of all time, worth a shot if you get a chance. I will have to eventually try it. I do think I have the orange box disc still. I borrowed it from a friend and I don't think I ever gave it back. Not because I didn't want to, just because I forgot about it. That's really yellow for Carpaccio, but whatever. Her hair is going to be super duper yellow because I didn't thin the paint. And I'm going to have to do more than one coat anyways. With little things like this, I find that thinning your paints doesn't matter as much. Not like Not like that I wouldn't thin her the paints for the whole outfits and whatnot, but like little details like this, I don't think it matters as much. As long as you don't overdo it. Like, as long as you take your time doing multiple layers. That's my opinion. I know for some of, when I'm painting figures, sometimes I do that, depending on what it is. That I will just be like, okay, cautious with it. But, first-person shooters, I mean, other than Left 4 Dead, I like Bioshock. I like the original Bioshock a lot. I don't think, I never beat, I might have beat 2. I didn't beat the one in the sky, whatever that was with Columbia. I can't remember what that one's called. Let's see. Would you be better off getting Figmas for that then? It all depends on the scale of how big, because Figmas are kind of smaller than the prize figures, and Figmas also tend to be more expensive, funny enough. So, like the Marie prize figure I have was very cheap, and then the prize figures that I had gotten, well, that eventually will come, those ones that I had bought and I made a video about, they are, yeah, now I'm thinking I should have thinned my paints. Oh well. I have enough little empty things, I could probably do that. Oh boy. Oh no, that has paint in it. Where are my empty ones? Maybe I don't have an empty one. Oh, I do. Here we go. But, yeah. So, it's a matter of scale, and then also money-wise, it'd probably be cheaper to get them. It's gonna be a pain in the butt to cut the heads off. That's actually how I damaged my figure that one time, was cutting the head off of the figure. But, at some point I'll finish that figure, too, and I'll probably do that during stream as well. But, that was supposed to be Rip from Hellsing. Rip Van Winkle, because I like her quite a bit. I find her funny. But let's do this the proper way. You say the letters individually, like SMLE, because it's an acronym for Short Magazine Fed Lee Enfield. I like to think it says smile. That's just because of a song. But that's yeah, that makes sense. That you wouldn't say smile. So we have an Andau Imperial Coupe or an Oshida July Revolution. Yeah, it's up to you guys. I don't mind either way. And I don't know French history well enough to know what you're referring to. July Revolution. You actually, you know what, Ervin, you go ahead and tell me what exactly these things are that you're saying. I know the French Revolution where Marie Antoinette gets her head chopped off. I know that one happened, and I know the French have revolutions all the time because they seem to really like revolutions, and that's all cool. You know what? That's what they want to do, and they should be allowed to do it. The end. With the Marie figures. Okay. The DLC for Bioshock Infinite, the Sky one, takes place in Rapture if you're a fan of the location. I am a fan of the location. For whatever reason, I felt maybe the controls are exactly the same, but I don't know. I'm not opposed to trying it out. I mean, I tried out Sonic 06 for shits and giggles. I'm really not opposed to playing nearly anything. Which, by the way, Sonic 06 was a very fun drinking game with friends. So, it does have that going for it. I can't say anything else about it, but that is something that, I guess, if you needed to enjoy it. But, I know Call of Duty has fallen off as of recent, but your favorite game in the franchise has to be Modern Warfare 2 from 2009, and it's remastered. Was that one the one in multiplayer, the first one that had Nuketown? Because I liked that one, and I played it on the Wii. It was a lot of fun. I used to play with my brother a lot. So, that was fun. Also, did I miss anything in the beginning of the stream? You missed the fact that the chat was gone. I think that's it. I don't think you missed anything else. I don't know if we talked about anything else that was super pressing. You know, we just kind of go with the flow here. I don't remember what we talked about. I mean, you do smile when you use the smile. Yeah, exactly. I was thinking that too. French fry revolution. Aren't French fries not even French? Why do we even call them that? As American, I support revolutionists, especially if against the British. Right? There you go. Okay, let me see. I feel like since it is almost 10:30, what we shall do, I'll do pepperoni's hair in a second. I'm gonna go on the other side of this, and I'm going to spray our tank here with some hairspray. And this is gonna get everywhere, isn't it? Okay, we're gonna move the girls over there, so you guys aren't gonna see them over there, but they're gonna go over there to dry. And after I'm done putting the snow on this guy, we will go ahead and put anchovy together, carpaccio and pepperoni need a little bit more painting. Oh, wait. No. I should probably put the decals for their faces on before I put the hair on. This is what happens when I use my brain. Nuketown was Black Ops 1. Okay, I like that one. Oh, it's just interesting to hear you call the smile, since most people here where we use it call it a 303 rifle unofficially, but officially you call it the SMLE or the Lee Enfield. Did you just say you play Call of Duty on the Wii? Is that even possible? Yeah, they made those games for the Wii. Right? I remember playing Nuketown. I've heard of COD being for the Wii. No, it was on the Wii, the old-fashioned Wii with the sticks and everything. Dude, I played Tomb Raider Legend. No, not Legend. Tomb Raider Anniversary on the Wii as well. The Wii had some like good games. I'm gonna go on the other side, but I'll shake this here. But yeah, snow time. Yeah, it is. It's snow time. I'm a little nervous about the snow. I really am. Kind of like it is gonna get literally everywhere, and I don't have something to put this in after I'm done, so I don't even think I have a clip up here. Oh no, I do have some clips. They just have spikes on the end, but that's fine. We can do that. Let me open this up before I do anything else. But oh my goodness, you play COD World at War on Wii at a best friend's house. See, that is a thing. They had them on the Wii. I don't know. Can confirm play Call of Duty. Yeah, okay. So you guys played World of War on the Wii, both Omega and Mr. Gibbs. So yeah, it was on the Wii. Can we talk about GTA being on Nintendo DS? Oh yeah. My brother had one of them when he grew up, because again we were a little just sprinkle the snow and you'll be fine. Okay, cool, Scooter. All right, let me go ahead and do this. And I actually have legit pants on for once, because whenever I stream I always have PJs on. I actually have jeans on for once. So I'm just gonna go on the other side here and spray this so I don't get any of my figures messed up. Okay. This should take 2 seconds. And you said far away, so do my best here. Alright. Got a little nice healthy dose of hairspray. You said sprinkle it on. So take it like a pinch of salt, I suppose, and sprinkle it on there. Sprinkle a little snow on there. Oh, it's gonna look so cute. I guess how much I sprinkle on there is up to my discretion. Huh. This is relaxing. It's very soft, too. Alright, turn you over. Oh, it's so cute with all the little snow on it. I know it's a little blurry for you guys, but I'll show you in a second. Or I'll attempt to show you in a second. I feel like I probably needed some more hairspray on this side, but that's fine. That's fine. You guys see the little snow on it? It's so cute! Oh my goodness, I love it. I'm surprised you could play Call of Duty on the Wii. I thought the Wii wouldn't have enough power to do that. Dude, it was multiplayer online too. Like, it wasn't just you could play it on the Wii. You could play it online with people. It was pretty cool. Alright, I think that that's probably enough snow for now. Oh, that's fun. I like this. Just adds a little bit extra flair. It looks great. Thank you. Awesome idea. Thank you, Scooter. Scooter's the one who had the idea to add actual snow to it. So, thank you, Scooter. And I guess I just go like this to get any excess off. Like I would with glitter. Yeah, look at that. Look at that little snowy tank. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Alright. Now I can put it to the side. We're gonna, yeah, let it snow, let it snow. Alright, I'm gonna put it in the cabinet with the CV. We'll put them back in here, for now. Oh my gosh, it's so, oh, it looks so good. I don't know why my stickies were coming off of my cabinet, but that's fine. Awesome, so that way that's in there and it can do its thing. Wow, I feel like there's like so much snow. And Scooter, you showed your thing. You had like a whole big thing of snow. It looks awesome. Thank you. Tank looks great. Now you can hide. Now we can hide in the snow and speak Finnish. Yes. Yes, absolutely. Here, let me get the, I don't actually think I need this tag anymore, but we'll keep it. Oh, I had ones right there. Duh. See? Just happens to have spikes on the back. But that's okay. We'll just put it over there with all my paints for now. While we put another layer on the T34. Another layer of black. Did you know that the last Wii game was released in 2020? Wii? Not like Wii U or anything? What game was on that? And was it like a port? You know, this is dead, which I was gonna let it die anyway, so that's fine. Wii Online competitive games were cursed. The tank looks great. Yeah, okay. So what game was it? Yeah, it looks awesome. Now you're addicted to adding snow, like, to tanks. I am very much so. That's why this sucker putting snow on this sucker is gonna be fun. I'm pretty excited. If we get that far tonight, which we should. Again, since I want to do the decals on the other girlies, on the little Italians, I will probably just finish up their hair tonight. So we kind of will get everything done that I kind of set out to do tonight, other than the Finnish girls. So I might have to, we can at least get the black coat on them done too. Because again, like, painting the tanks doesn't actually take long. And now that I know how to do the sprinkle of snow, like, we can definitely get the T34 done. Because I already have the colors mixed, because I'm going to literally do the same thing I did on the BT42 on here. So, which is pretty exciting, I think. I like to think. How many of you guys are going to get the Switch 2? My friend just told me about that today when I was hanging out with her. She was like, have you seen the Switch 2? She said it looks awful. So I was like, oh. So, I probably won't. I also am someone who gets consoles years after they come out. Because at first when they come out anyways, there's not that many games for them, I find. At least not games that are, like, exclusive enough to the point where I care. Like, do I need to play something right when it comes out? Not really. Because I'm someone who just doesn't really have time. Or I like, even when I had more time, I just liked what I was already playing. Oh, also, you know what else we could play for I almost just said December. For October, Amnesia: The Dark Descent. I love that game. The original one. I didn't play the ones after. Well, okay, I technically played Justine, but I also technically sucked at that and don't want to play that again. Because that wasn't very fun. But the original Amnesia is actually quite a lot of fun. Except for the prison section, which is the bane of my existence. But it was fun, regardless, and I think it's a good game. Can you continue to speak about GTA being on the DS? Oh, who's waiting for GTA 6? Can I continue talking? I didn't play it on the DS. Wait, was it actually? Hold on. Was it on the DS or was it on the Game Boy? Because now I'm like having a moment trying to think of the cartridge. I think it was on the Game Boy and my brother played it on the DS. Now that I'm talking about it. Because I feel like the cartridge was a Game Boy cartridge and that it was an old game. Old. But I think my grandfather used to work for the bus company, and I think that's how my brother ended up getting that game because there's no way in hell my parents would have bought him it. And then they just never took it away from him. So, because again, I think I talked before about how my parents were kind of like strict with games and stuff, and I wasn't allowed to play GTA until I told them that my one of the kids I was babysitting was allowed to play it, and it was like, oh, okay, well, then you can get it and play it with the sound off. But so I really don't care about GTA 6. I never played GTA for the story. I just wanted to be very mature and do either playing by taking people in the taxis in the last game was a lot of fun, and very mature things, aka picking up prostitutes in order to drive them into the woods and set them on fire. A little psychotic, but a whole lot of fun. A whole lot of fun. So I never played it for the story anyways. I did the same thing in the 4th game that I did in the 5th game. And so getting a new GTA doesn't make a difference to me pretty much at all. Oh, also when I lost my PlayStation account, I literally lost all of my online progress. So I was like, that was really the death of it for me. I was like, well, I'm never going to play that again because there goes everything. I had a house and stuff and it's all gone. So never mind. That was it. That's fine. Amnesia game marathon? I would. I love Amnesia. Again, can't say I'm super good at it. There are definitely people who are better at it than me, but that's I really liked it when it first came out. But yeah, same. You need to finish all the games for your Switch. I haven't played nearly any of the games that I have for my Switch. That's a whole nother thing. I have to play that Azure Lane game that I got. I got that specifically to play on stream at some point. Because at some point, I kind of want to like see if I like Azure Lane. And I was like, well, I might as well get the game. Because I'll play the game regardless. As long as it doesn't suck. Even if I'm like, oh, this is not a franchise that I'm that interested in. Hopefully the game's good. I didn't really like the mobile game, but it looks a lot different than the mobile game, so. And I also didn't have a phone that could really support the mobile game, so that was half the issue too, I'm sure. But, yeah. But, you do want to get a Switch to play Girls and Panzer Dream Tank Match. It's a good game! Just saying. I might be a little biased, but it's a good game. It's definitely going to be a massive experiment because you've never done a diorama with trees and those trees. Oh, I totally missed what you were saying before, Scooter. I apologize. Let me go back up and see. The reason why you have a big thing of snow is because you want to do a winter diorama and just never got around to it until now. Nice. So it's a massive experiment because you've never done around with trees and those trees are gonna have snow on them, so I'm gonna be trying to do a lot of new stuff. That sounds fun though. And I think the sprinkling technique would work if you sprayed the tree down with hairspray first, correct? That makes sense to me. I'm like, do I take this barrel off to paint it? And I'm like, nah, and you keep pretending it's stuck to it already. I have to mix some more black, which I don't look forward to, but we're gonna have to do that real quick. This little sucker, big sucker, takes a lot of paint. Apparently. Is this black or is this blue? That's blue. That's black. And the water's already over here, and I can put the yellow back. Woohoo. GTA Advance. Was it on the Advance? Or was it on the, I don't know which one it was, Petunia. I didn't play it, my brother did. I just remember he had one for a handheld, and the only handhelds he had The only handheld he had was the DS, so had to either be for the Advance or for the DS. Because the SP had the same thing as the Advance. They were all the same games. The only game that didn't... the color didn't work in DS's, did it? Or did it? I don't remember. I have a Game Boy Color that I got at a thrift store, and I feel like I specifically picked that up because I couldn't play my old color games on the DS. But I think color worked on SP, or I could be totally wrong. I mean, I haven't tried to play on those things so long. I don't have. We might have the SP still. I don't know anymore. I don't know what I have or what I don't have. I have a lot of consoles and stuff. I know I have the 32X for the Sega Genesis. Your sister played GTA Pure Leaf Drive Cars. Yeah, exactly. I knew someone who played GTA and it, like, actually stopped at the red lights and stuff. I knew someone like that, and when I was like, you don't have to do that, they were like, no, I want to. I'm like, whatever. Use it as a driving simulator, I suppose. You can do that if you want. Let's see. That is concerning, the one of the kids you were babysitting was playing it. So, to put it in perspective, I think I was, like, in 8th grade at the time, and if so, that means he was, like, in 5th grade. So, while not great, I mean, I knew what GTA was when I was in 5th grade, so, I don't know. I don't know. I didn't babysit too much for that kid, to be honest with you, but, they were nice people. I don't know how he was able to play. It was like the only mature game he was allowed to play too. And it was the 4th one. It was the biker one. So that was the first GTA I played, was the one that he had. So I don't know how bad that one gets or got. I don't think he was allowed to play the story mode either. Like, he wasn't allowed to play online, he wasn't allowed to play story, he just was allowed to fool around. But I remember my dad was really upset because he was like, I just don't like that you can kill cops in that game. And I was like, okay, I don't know what to tell you. GTA 1 on the Game Boy Color is real, as I just found out. Really? Huh. Interesting. That's what I figured since you said Game Boy cartridge. Yeah. Yeah, I was pretty sure it was a Game Boy cartridge, not a... Because, you know, the cartridges are very, very different, so I'm kind of going off of memory of what that... I don't think it was a DS cartridge. So since you're saying it was for the Game Boy Color, then there we go. Even though Game Boy Color, that's the chonky cartridges. That's like my Pokemon Blue, which I think I still have. Pretty sure I still have Blue. I don't know. I kept one of them. I had all of them, and I kept one. Because I was like, they're all the same game. Which I don't think I was wrong, but I also, again, I'm not a huge Pokemon fan, so I have no idea. I just was like, I should keep one of them, and then I kept the one that I was furthest in. So maybe it was red. Maybe it was blue. I have no idea. Can't say I've played it in a very long time. I thought it was like a 4 to 6 year old. That is slightly better. Yeah. Yeah, no. I did babysit younger kids too, but most of them were around my brother's age, and he's 4 years younger than me, but he was like three grades younger than me in school. So they were in the same like school as me. They were just the youngest grade when I was the oldest grade. That's all. So it was not that bad, no. And his sister wasn't allowed to see it. Actually, I had another kid who used to play Call of Duty. And, again, same situation. His younger sister wasn't allowed to see it. I think his younger sister was a bit younger than the other one's younger sister. But the boys were the same age. They were the same age as my brother. That's how, basically, I got all these babysitting gigs, was that my brother was, like, on sports teams with these other kids, and their parents were like, wait, you babysit? So then I started babysitting them all. Which was fine, because all of them played video games and stuff, and I was like, I play video games too, this is perfect. I mean, that's not all we did, but that did make it easier, like, conversation-wise. It was like, oh, I'm actually also interested in this. Funny enough, too, a few years ago when I used to help out with Bring Your Child to Work Day. My one coworker's son, who is too young to be playing this game in all honesty, but you know, I can't say anything about it. He started talking about Mortal Kombat with me, and I was like, okay. So yeah, it's a thing. Lots of young kids apparently play these games where I'm like, I don't know what your parents are doing or letting you do or whatever. But then again, my dad, when I was in 5th grade, let me watch him play Left 4 Dead. So I'm like, maybe it's not as bad. I guess it all depends on the kid, right? Like, I knew kids when I was really young who were allowed to watch, like, horror movies and whatnot. All depends on the kid, I suppose. Yeah, I think I'll have to do is paint the base white and place the trees and then tank and then lay down the hairspray and snow. Yeah, just snow everything so then the track's gonna be buried in snow. That'll be cool. It's kind of funny that my only problem with Girls and Panzer is the fact that all the school shifts are run by the school children and no adults. Yeah. They probably enjoy having an older kid looking after them rather than adult. Oh yeah, for sure. They were like, they definitely were having fun and stuff. I think again, because I could relate to on some level with them. Like I understood, like there's no way their parents were like having conversations about video games and whatnot with them. I don't think any of their parents played video games actually, now I'm saying that. So it was, I think, nice for them. I know there are other babysitters, because a lot of times, too, I was a backup babysitter, which I never minded. But, so I wasn't, like, a regular babysitter, except for 2 families, I want to say. But playing video games was the one thing that, like, all the kids did. And it was cool, too, because I could bring over games, too. So if they wanted to play, like, I know one family, they were, like, super into Mario and Sonic. It was, like, they never played video games before. And then they had just gotten a Wii, and I was like, oh, I have, like, Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, and we used to play that forever. That and Mario Kart. So, it was nice, though. It was fun for me, too. I was like, I get to go play video games and have fun, and then get paid for it. It was neat. Very neat. Some kids handle those things better than others. Yeah, I can tell you right now, I would not have handled things very well. I remember this one time, my dad was flicking through channels, and he was watching the Resident Evil movie, and it was literally the scene where the guy like gets cut up into a bunch of pieces. My dad changed the channel quickly, and then he flicked it over, and it was Tremors. And it was like also not a good part of Tremors for a kid to be watching. Though to be fair, my family, that is the one like kinda, we'll say kinda horror-ish thing that we could watch. We could watch Tremors and NCIS we started watching with my grandparents. Actually, I started watching Law & Order SVU at a way too young an age too, but I had no idea what was going on. I just was like, I like this, because I started watching all those crime shows when I was little. So, I was big into CSI, and CIS was the big one though. Because my grandparents were super into it. I have all their NCIS DVDs. I probably have every episode of NCIS on DVD because of them. How was my Valentine's Day? It was good. It was good. The kiddos and I, like, well, the kiddos made these cute little, I don't think I have it up here. They made these pizzas. It was, like, out of felt. Not felt. What is that called? Like, this sticky paper. It's foam. The foam paper. They made pizzas out of those and made little pizza boxes that said, like, you have a pizza, my heart, for my husband and then their grandfather and great-grandparents. They made that because they always make pizza with my dad, so that was really cute. And then my husband got me this, and then I had gotten him Ferrero Rochers, because he's obsessed with those. He loves them. And me and the girls, we also went out and we had gotten him like a little stuffed animal. The girls wanted to get it for him. He was like this shark that said, I choose you. And it's chew, like, nom nom nom, you know? Very cute. Very cute stuff. So we had fun. That night I kind of just ended up passing out, though. We were gonna watch Mayhem, which if you don't know what that is, it's like Belko, if you've ever seen Belko. And if you don't know what Belko or Mayhem are, think Hunger Games style, but in an office setting. Have fun killing your coworkers. It's Belko's good. Mayhem's supposed to be really funny. It's got Glenn from The Walking Dead. Not that I've seen The Walking Dead, but if you like that actor, he's in that. So, there you go. Ooh, the wind's really, really bad. I haven't heard any more big slams, so yeah, I'm guessing it was a tree. But I will let you guys know. Last time when the tree fell down, it's so funny, we left like the big piece of the tree in our yard. Because I was like, I'm pretty sure it's our neighbor's tree. And looking at the property line, like, it's hard because usually with property lines, there's supposed to be a few feet in between. And nobody on either side adhered to that. Like, we're right up against each other's property line. I think our one neighbor's garage is on our property line. But I don't really care that much. They're chill people. They're super nice. But, like, with the tree, I'm like, okay, if their tree falls on our property line, what do we do? And the first time it happened, they came over and they cut up the tree. The second time they didn't. And I just, like, looked at it. I was like, it's fine there. Now there's a stray cat in the neighborhood that comes and likes to sit on it, so I look out every now and then. There's just like this cat on the log. I'm like, that's fine. I don't care. I just mow around it when I mow the grass. It's all good. How was your guys' Valentine's Day, by the way? And hello, Dave. Hope you're having a good night/day. Is this Girls into Panzer? It is Girls into Panzer related. We just put some snow on the BT-42. That's over there in the cabinet. Painting the T-34 right now. So we're going to paint this snow-wise too. And then we'll be putting some snow on this. This I didn't build on stream. I built this prior. It is a Girls in Panzer model though. And yeah, I just never painted it. So I was like, well, we painted up the other snowy tank. Let's paint up this one and get it all snowy. We painted a little bit of the Anzio girls because I have their little figures, and if we have time, which looking at the time, we probably won't have time to start the finished girls tonight, sadly. We'll finish up the T-34 though. I'll stay on and do that. But we'll eventually do that, and I guess that'll be next time too. So next stream will also be a painting stream. I hope you guys don't mind that we're painting and not building. I just like, you know, chilling with you guys, and it makes sense. Paint them all, get everything up to snuff here, and then we can go back. I know I'm painting my finger. If you guys can see that, just ignore me. I'm just painting my finger over here. But get it all up to snuff, and then we'll get back to building, and we'll build the Hetzer next. Which I'll still put a picture of some Girls in Panzer girls on my thumbnail, even though it's technically not a Girls in Panzer kit. I think that's still okay and appropriate because I do the Girls in Panzer stuff. So I think that's still allowed. Still allowed. I was also watching war documentaries when you were like 5 or 6, and the documentaries were not censored at all. Yeah, but I assume like you could deal with it. So it is. It depends a lot on the kid for sure as to what they can deal with. And again, like Tremors, I was fine with it. Watching giant worms, graboids, eating people, like that was fine. But then there were like other things that were not. And I grew up watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer and stuff. So there's definitely things that I feel like it depends on the kid and what they're used to seeing. I like drank too much right there. I was like, how do I swallow this? On theme of Valentine, my good trigger is when girls giggle, and since you often giggle, let there be consuming plastic giggle compilation. I do giggle a lot. It is a thing I do. I can't help it. The Hetzer was your favorite destroyer, but the tiger rules. Sorry, there was something on my screen. I'm like, why can't I read that? Yeah, tiger's pretty great. I like this dude personally. If we're talking tank destroyers. You had a good Valentine's Day, Holy Night. You sadly don't have a girlfriend, but still single as a Fringle. But it was still good. Hey, as long as it's good, that's all that matters, you know? That's all that matters. I'm glad you still enjoyed it. Property lines are the worst. I remember at one time I was at my property shooting range and somebody tried to tell me that it wasn't my range. Like, bro, I've lived here for years before you. What, they all of a sudden were gonna claim it as theirs? Excuse me, this is mine now? It's like, no, dude. People get really weird about property lines, and I don't know how that neighbor is with the tree. Like, I could see him being like, no, that's not my tree, and if that's the case, well then the first time you came over and cut it up, that was our wood, and you took the wood. So, I mean, I don't want to start any fights, and I don't really care. Again, I'll just let it rot in the backyard. I really don't care. It's too big for me to move, and we don't have anything. Like, our lawnmower, it's a push mower, so I can't exactly, like, use anything. I can't even get a vehicle in the backyard. I'd have to go through my other neighbor's backyard. She'd be totally chill with it because she's great, but I'm also like, I don't feel like going through a lot of effort when it can just rot there and it's fine. It's not hurting anybody. Not a big deal, but yes, property lines can suck. The hatcher is cool. I like the thought of someone saying, how would you like your tank, and someone saying trapezoid. Just subbed, so I can't wait to watch. Oh, awesome. Thank you, Dave. I'm glad you enjoy this and everything. Yeah, on Saturday nights, usually it's Saturday, tonight it's Sunday because my daughter was sick yesterday, but usually on Saturday nights we build tanks. On Wednesday nights I play Dream Tank Match, and then on Fridays I try to get a video out, and I'm gonna start trying to add some other stuff to that, but that's where I'm at right now. So that's what you can pretty much expect. And also for Friday, I think I'll record this tomorrow, and then I should have time to edit it without going insane. But I think for Friday, Petunia brought this up, and I still think that's a good idea, to do a ranking of all of my Girls and Panzer figures since we hit 5,000 subs. It's a little late at this point, but that's okay. That's fine. Better late than never. But do a ranking of all the ones that I own, that I've opened. Because again, I have a horde. But I like that idea a lot, so I think we're going to do that. I really hope I have enough of these colors for this tank. I think we're just going to go for it, even though I can still see that some of it's not dry. We're just going to go for it because we're running out of time and I feel like doing it. Oh my gosh, I'm about to use the wrong brush. What am I doing? Fallen trees are really good. A natural feature for local animals. See, exactly. So if my neighbor ever complains, which he probably won't because he hasn't yet, then I'll just say, hey, you know what? Also, it's my property, my tree, or it might be his tree. So it's like, if it bothers you, you can move it. Or if he needs the wood, he's more than welcome. At this point, he probably doesn't want it because it's all rotted and gross. But, you know, it's like, you can have it. You could do whatever. And if it bothers you, you can move it. Or you could just leave it there. I don't really care. It's not hurting me one way or another. I can't say I care all that much about it. But your Valentine's Day was pretty good. You picked up a new shotgun. Nice, Scooter. And now I'm trying to hunt down a leather sling for it. Nice. Very, very cool. I didn't do that enough, but that's okay. Petunia, you're single and destined to mingle. At least I give a female friend a card during school. Oh, well, that's nice of you. See, you should never outgrow Valentine's cards, honestly, because I had a friend in high school who, I wouldn't even call her a friend. She just was in the same art class as me, and she was great. She made everyone custom, like, Valentine's cards. Like, if she knew something you were interested in, she went out of her way to get you a custom Valentine's card, and it was so cute. I remember the one she gave me was, like, American Horror Story related for Coven, which was coming out at that time. I don't even think I finished that one. I don't think I finished any of the American Horror Story seasons, but that's fine. But they were good. I thought they were all very well acted and whatnot. So, nice. Hello, Animasta. Hope you're having a good day/night. Bye, Mr. Gibbs. Oh, Mr. Gibbs leaving? Mr. Gibbs, the tank looks awesome. You must head out, but have a good rest of the stream. Thank you, Mr. Gibbs. Have a good night or day, whatever time, and we'll see you on the next one. Have a good one. Thank you for joining. Thank you for spending this time with all of us. I appreciate it. Alright, let's see. Just kind of gonna keep going. Keep on going. We got this. It's 11, but we'll finish this sucker up. Get him done. I feel like I keep saying sucker. Sorry, guys. I'm like, I gotta get some new catchphrases here. But we're almost done. There goes that little barrel thingy. I'm just gonna pretend it's glued on there and we can't see underneath where I didn't paint. Do you use acrylic, Tamiya, or any? You're not using a spray can. No, so I'm dry brushing this at this point, but I just broke that little not gonna say sucker again. I broke this little thing off again. I keep breaking these. They look like little staples. I'm gonna put him to the side. We're just gonna ignore him for now, and I'll glue him on later. But I'm dry brushing now, so you basically just wipe all the paint, or a bunch of the paint off, and then you go in, like right there. I should have gotten more of that paint off, but it's fine. And then you just kind of like lightly go like this over everything. Keyword being lightly, and that's what I'm struggling with because I'm not a very gentle girl, and it kind of just makes it so you put 3 different colors on, and it will make it so it looks like it's got some definition, because the black that you paint prior goes into like where the shadows should be. This is all theoretical. This is all what I learned from a YouTube video, and this is all if you are doing it properly. Very possibly and probably not the way I am doing it. So don't take my videos as a tutorial, but rather entertainment. And if you need to know how to do this, look up someone who is much more skilled than me. But that is the theory behind dry brushing. I could use sprays. In here I'm a little worried because there's not much ventilation, and I have all my figures. So there is that. And it also, for me at least, doesn't seem to make too big of a difference. I mean, again, I haven't really used this sprays, but I also like being able to mix my own colors. And I buy just like the big, that's why they're all in here, is because I have like the big containers of different paints, which is, it works out for me because, again, I have the kiddos. So for me and the kiddos, it works nicely because I can just, they have a bunch of paint. And it's, money-wise, I guess it makes more sense as part of what I am saying. I don't know. I am getting tired, so we better finish this little guy up so that way I can go to sleep and you all can go to sleep too. If you are also at a sleeping time. Notice how my vocabulary just goes down. Those barrels on the side are oil tanks. Oh, okay. That's cool. I like that little extra detail. That's cool. It's neat. You've been listening to yeah, the Anzio Girl song. I can't say it, but yes. And you think it's because of me and my obsession with Anchovy. I love Anchovy so much. Anchovy is amazing and best girl. She's so cute. I've talked about this so much. I'm glad, at least on the stream, the gaming stream, I got to explain to you guys why I'm obsessed with Anchovy. Like, her cuteness, the whole acting so tough and then not being tough, and then, you know, actually being just a little nerd. Oh, I love it. She's just so precious. She's so precious, and it's stuff that you totally don't get if you just watch it, but then also watching it, like, nothing ruins that entire part of her, you know? Nothing's like, oh no, she's actually this. It's like, no, she 100%, you could still see it. I mean, even the fact that they don't listen to her to go eat is like, yeah. It all works. It all works very nicely. Some of that's not dry yet. That's okay. We're just going for it. We're just doing really light brushing. Really light brushing. I'll probably redo the treads at some point in the future, but I don't know. If I put snow on the treads, I might not even need to, so who knows? The tank's looking a little bit lighter, though. It's looking a little bit like the color I need it to be. You can't believe how cute her alternative hairstyle is. I know, right, Omega? She's so adorable. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. She's so cute. That's all just a theory. A Girls in Panzer theory. I do love that channel. I used to watch his old stuff. Like Sindel exploding people's heads and stuff about the pitches of that. I really got, like, obsessed with him. I think it actually is when his channel kind of really started doing super well. So after the Five Nights at Freddy's stuff, because I was quite a fan of that game as well. But, oh, that's too much paint. Say no, that's too much. What are you doing? That's not dry brushing. That's not dry brushing at all. It's okay. We'll fix it. It's okay. Oh, actually, hold on. Let's see. There's also a part 1 video where Anchovy points to the sky, and then I do as well, and I'm singing that part of the song. That's so cute. I love that. Oh, also, so what are your guys' favorite cartoons? Like, not anime, cartoons. Do you guys also like cartoons? Because I've always been like a cartoon fan, and I didn't really notice that anime was its own category when I was growing up. I always just assumed it was one and the same. Which, I mean, technically speaking, all that anime means is cartoon, like animation in Japanese, right? So it technically is just the same thing, which I know is blasphemous. Some people would be like, excuse me, did you just call anime cartoons? I did. Don't worry, you use the snowball to hide your mistakes. Yeah, that's perfect. You're also seeing a green T-34. It's really odd seeing a gray one. Yeah. Avatar: The Last Airbender. Again, that's basically an anime anyways. Yeah, that's a good one. I have that all on DVD too, now that you say that. I have not watched all of it. I forget how far I got as a kid, but oh my gosh. I think I just took the wrong color. I 1000% took the wrong color. I was supposed to take this color. That's okay. It's fine. We're gonna ignore it. I'm just gonna kind of take some of it off, I guess. Or attempt to. I don't even know how well that's gonna really work at this point. But yes, Avatar: The Last Airbender is good. Very, very good. We must protect long hair Anchovy at all costs, and I really want to be to befriend that version of Anchovy. Yes, I agree. She's so cute and sweet. You need to finish it. It's amazing. I definitely will. That's one of those where, like, luckily, that's one of those things where my kids can watch it at some point. They just have to get interested enough in it, you know? Which eventually we'll get there with everything. Because I go back and forth on whether or not they should watch it. One of my favorites is Courage the Cowardly Dog, but I know some kids, like, again, talking about going back to kids being able to handle things or not. Some kids cannot handle that show. I learned once I was in high school, people were like, ew, your favorite was Courage the Cowardly Dog? I was like, yeah, that's like one of my favorite cartoons. Though my real favorite is Earthworm Jim, because that is amazing. Earthworm Jim's cartoon was so good. You could watch it with your kids probably when they are a tad bit older, though. Yeah, I mean, they could watch it even now. Like, nothing's too bad in that, but I just don't know if they'd be interested enough. Every now and then we have issues watching Ladybug, actually, and they're like, nope, don't want to watch it anymore because they get bored. They watched all of they really like the movie The Cat Returns, the Studio Ghibli film. Love it. They're obsessed, and I love it because that's my favorite. I like that more than Spirited Away, personally. But my oldest watched Spirited Away the other night with my husband, and I was kind of like, she was okay watching that? He was like, yeah, she was fine. I was like, okay. So that one could get a tad bit creepy at times, but Transformers Prime was one of your favorite cartoons. That a core part of your childhood, as you agree. Anime is the same as cartoons, same with manga being comic books. I agree. It's just there's different pacing and stuff like that, but ultimately you're going to have good of both and bad of both, and absolutely, 100%. Courage started on Spike and Mike's Festival of Animation. Saw it there first. Really? I did not know that. That is cool. I know some people might get mad at the manga being called comic books, but you don't care. They're practically the same thing. I think they're the same thing too. Only difference would be like how long they are and stuff like that. But they're basically the same. I agree. Plus, you get those ones like, again, Avatar. I mean, that's not, again, we're going back to cartoon versus anime here. But, like, there are people who call Avatar, like, a American anime. There are people who will call Code Lyoko a French anime. And I'm just like, it's the same thing. It's just that it reminds you of that because of a certain style. And I guess that's fine, but there's just like, then if the Japanese anime, for instance, Panty and Stocking, is specifically designed to replicate an American anime, do we call that a cartoon or an anime? You know, like, it's like, how do you want to call things? Like, I don't really care, but people who, I know some people do get annoyed with that, and I'm like, yeah, but if you're gonna play by those rules, then you have to play by them across the board, correct? So in that case, Panty and Stocking wouldn't even be considered an anime; it would be considered a cartoon because it was made specifically as a to pay homage to, well, not pay homage to, but based off of, or designed to be like drawn together, which is American. So it's like, then are we calling that a cartoon? And it's very interesting. Very interesting concept because you definitely have, and then you have like American cartoons that again are a lot closer to anime than. It's a whole thing. I think they're the same thing. I think anime and cartoons are the same thing, and that's why I'm interested in both. That's why even though some things are like technically kids cartoons, that will never bug me because I'm like, yeah, I'm sure I watch plenty of anime that's technically child's for children too, and I don't really care. It's if it's good, it's good. Or if I like it, I like it. I don't really care. Late 80s in San Diego, along with the first Beavis and Butthead, LOL. Oh, I never watched Beavis and Butthead. I can't imagine I would like it very much. It seems a little obnoxious to me, but that's okay. You never really watched cartoons growing up, but you did watch the original G.I. Joe cartoon from the 80s. Nice. Tomorrow is President's Day. That it is. Tomorrow is President's Day. I hope any of you Americans out there also have off. I know not everyone's going to have off, but I hope you do. I happen to have off, which is why I can stream tonight. I mean, again, in the future, I plan to stream on Sundays anyways, painting and editing anime figures, but I don't know what time that'll be or when that will start, so we'll see. Because Mondays are my long days usually when I'm working, so I have to kind of... I'm going to have to really think about how I want that to work. But worked out tonight because I don't have to work tomorrow, which is awesome. That wind, man. That wind. They just redid all of our like power lines and stuff, so hopefully that means we won't have any issues in the future. Like right now, again, we're over time, so if we had issues right now, it wouldn't be the end of the world, I guess, but in the future, it's nice that they fixed that. They must have heard I was streaming and they were like, hey, we'll fix that for her. I'm sure that's how that went down. There was no other reason for them to fix it. You also have off, but concerned for makeup days. Oh yeah, Cory in the House, your favorite anime. Oh yeah, bring that meme back. But I liked Cory in the House when I was like able to watch it, because as a kid we didn't have Disney Channel at my house. My grandparents had it, so if I went over their house I could watch Cory in the House, Hannah Montana. I really like the Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, actually, if we're talking about Disney Channel live action-y shows. But those were really the only ones I think I watched. I mean, I guess I watched iCarly a little bit as a kid. Drake and Josh. Those were Nickelodeon, though. So, I don't know. I was definitely more of a Cartoon Network kid than a Nickelodeon kid in general. But that's because, yeah, again, I liked Courage, I liked The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, I liked Grim and Evil, or, well, I guess that only aired like once, but I liked Evil Con Carne. I don't know what Earthworm Jim was originally on, but I had found it years later after I played the games. I love the original. Actually, I like the second Earthworm Jim game because I specifically like the level that has nothing to do with the game at all. Because they just have... Oh, you don't have off tomorrow? Sorry, Scooter. But, yeah, there's a level in the second Earthworm Jim game, which is called Jim is Now a Blind Newt Salamander. And you play as not Jim. You play as a salamander going through underwater caves. And it's the most those games are so random, and it makes me so happy. I also like that in the level What the Heck, the enemies are lawyers, and you're basically in hell. I don't know. It's just ridiculous. Earthworm Jim's great. If you've never been interested in Earthworm Jim, highly recommend looking it up because it is hilarious. Why does the T-34 look blue in camera but also gray? It is probably just the lighting. It is gray. It might be a blue-gray, but it is definitely gray. This light, I think, makes things look blue. Because even my mat here looks a little blue. So don't worry, it is gray. Yeah. Also, why is the T-34 gray? Is it supposed to be a captured German one? It's gray because that was the color it came as. And Russia is cold and snowy, and I will not think of it as anything other than that because I know actually nothing about Russia. But every time I see Russian things, it's always snowy, so it makes sense to me, right? Why not? I don't know. Weren't theirs gray in the anime anyways? Or am I remembering this wrong? No, I'm probably thinking of the Chakotska people. Just ignore me. That's the other snowy place. Other snowy ones. Ah, well. I think this looks pretty okay. I don't know, I think it might be ready for some snow. Add some snow to this little sucker. Looks a little... It doesn't look clean now, which is the goal with doing that. The light seems to be blue. You know, let's turn the light off for a second and see if that helps you guys. Does that help? The only thing is the thing on the ceiling. See, you can see all the pictures on the ceiling more than the tank, but if I move it over here, you can see the tank a bit better. I can also see kind of a little bit better too, as to any spots that I would like to... I would like this to work and like actually focus for you guys, but you know. Snow time? I think it's snow time, guys. There are lots of... You know a lot of things about Russia and its military. That's pretty cool. Yeah, for me, Russia is cold, snowy, muddy, and a bunch of old wooden homes and some abandoned Soviet buildings. Gotta run. See you next time. See you next time, Daniel. Thank you for joining us. We're gonna go ahead and get snow on this, and then we are done for the night anyways, so we are almost all done. I left the hairspray over there. Okay, and I have my snow ready over here. And we'll fix that one little piece. I'll fix it off stream after everything's done drying. Alright, I'm gonna go get the snow. Or get it ready for the snow. I know where it's still. I promise. Alright. Shake up the thingy. And go for it. I think this is gonna look so cool. Like, even just going over there and spraying it, like, I'm looking at it from different angles. I'm like, I think this is gonna look good. Ready? Get some snow on there. Oh, it looks so cool! I really do like this snow stuff. I really do. Oh, also, this just made me think of it because of the way this is, like, powdered and whatnot. So the kitten got one of the tea bags, I guess, that was drying after the whole tea thing. I saw her, like, playing with something. I was like, what? Like, I thought it was one of her mice at first. And then I came up here the other day. There's freaking tea everywhere, all over my carpet up here. She ripped into the tea bag and got it everywhere. I was like, great! Hopefully mice don't like that, even though, I mean, I have hers, so I guess it's not a big deal. She'll just kill the mice. Maybe it was all planned by her. I want to get some on the treads, too. Get some on them treads. Now I see how you can go through more of this, as if you got, like, a bigger tank like this. I'll get a little bit under there, too. Why not? Why not? Add a little bit of snow everywhere. Everywhere. Oh, it looks nice. I love this. Yes, Scooter, thank you so much for the snow idea. It does. It looks just so cute. Alright, and there we go. I think we're done getting it all snowy. Just go like this. What do you guys think? Looks like a little snowy tank to me. Tank looks more frozen than covered in snow. I mean, you know, I wanted it to be snowy. So, it's got a bit of snow. I think it looks really good, actually. I really like how this snow turns out on things. Looks fun. By the way, my fingernails. I know, I actually have my fingernails painted. That's because the kids now, we do, what is it, like a little salon party where I paint their nails. I have like little nail polish for them, and then I paint my nails too. I'm trying to, like, you know, make myself a little nicer, I guess. See why I go through a lot of snow? It's more, yeah, you do 1/35th. That absolutely makes sense to me. You could say that it fell through the ice near Leningrad then? Sure, why not? Sounds good to me. Okay, such as the person that designed the T-34 actually had a chassis made, drove it to Moscow in a week, and showed Stavka High Command that the tank could work. Oh, so he just like proved it to them. He was like, yeah, it definitely could work. Let me show you. I also know how to make tarps out of office paper. I can make a tutorial if you want. Go for it. I'd totally do that, especially if it's just out of office paper. Like, I can do that. But yeah, awesome. So this tank is done. BT is done. The only thing with the BT is I will add the little flag, because my little flag came off and I didn't do that. I probably also should have put the decals on before I put a bunch of snow on them, but that's an afterthought. That's something I didn't think of. So I'll see if I want to do that. I assume since it's just hairspray, I could probably scrape some of it off to put a decal and then put a little bit more snow back on. But, you know, I'm not too worried about it. It's fine. The tank looks great. I really want to get started on your first model tank kit now. You totally should. It's a lot of fun. I mean, it's like, it doesn't have to be perfect. This sucker ain't perfect. Either is the other one. It's like, it's fun. It's fun to do. It's really fun because I get to talk to you guys and chill out. Like, it definitely makes it more enjoyable for me personally to be able to build it with all of you guys. But yeah, so also totally random because I'm about to hop off anyways. I was thinking to actually, because my hair's in a bun, I usually put my hair in a bun like this. I think I'm just gonna chop it all this length. I know I think I look pretty good with short hair. I just generally let it grow out because I cut my own hair and I don't want to keep the upkeep, you know. But I'm thinking of chopping it again and then letting it grow out again for like ever. It's a fun and relaxing hobby. It really is. It's so relaxing. And it's, again, if you're not taking it too seriously. I think if you were trying to be like a perfectionist with it, I could see it being stressful. But otherwise, it's a lot of fun, I think. I don't know. I enjoy it. So. But, yeah. I asked my kiddos about me cutting my hair, and they were like, yeah, you should do it. So, it's like, okay. They, of course, they're like, oh, yeah, you'll look like this cartoon character. I was like, well, that's not why I'm doing it, but okay. Hi, Michigan Rail fan. You kind of missed the stream because I'm about to hop off. This is the end of it, but as you can see, we added some snow. Pretty cool, huh? I think it looks really good. But I hope you're having a good day or night, and yes, that is the end of the stream. I am going to go to sleep now, probably, possibly. I really should go to sleep. So I hope you all have a wonderful night, day, whatever it is, and thank you so much for joining. I will see you next time, hopefully Wednesday, for another live stream of playing Dream Tank Match, because we're back to that. Don't know when we're going to finish Panzer Models at some point, but probably not on normal streaming nights on Wednesdays. It'll probably be a night like tonight, for instance, where I'm not, I don't have work the next day or something. So, anyways, yes, sayonara, goodbye, have a good one, and I will see you all next time.